morning, everybody. Welcome to Allen Family Firewood.
Today, we broke out all the saws, and we're going to use them all because Josh at Iron Mayhew Firewood up in Canada had asked in one of the comments, he wanted to put in a request that we burn a tank of gas through all the saws. That's what we're going to do.
Here you go, Josh.
We aim to please. So we got the 3 JONSEREDS and the orange Outcast over here. We're gonna use them all and see how it all works. We've got probably 10 cord of hardwood over there. And to get through it, we're gonna use all the saws. I mean, normally my little climbing saw, I haven't used, it's probably been 15 years since I've even run that foolish thing.
It does look like a baby compared to the rest.
Yeah, it's not much, and it's probably not going to be a pleasure cutting big wood with that. So I'm going to try and grab some little pieces, and that's what we're going to start out with. It's a 2162 JONSERED. So that's what I used to have hanging off my side when I climb trees and do that stuff. We'll work up through the other 2 saws, and maybe we'll even do a little time thing where we run we make a cut with the 500 and compare it to the 2172. Just to see which one actually does cut faster.
Yeah, you never have them all going at once, so
no, and it's going to be
no better time.
Yeah, I mean, the chain on this thing there ain't much left of it, guys. I mean, I'm way down past, and the same thing's true with the JONSERED. I think there's 2 teeth missing on the chain from hitting hardware and nails, so
we'll see how far you get.
We'll see how it all works out, but I mean, we're going to get through it one way or the other and burn at least a tank of fuel through all of them, and hopefully we end up with better than 3 cord in the round pile over there, and we're going to get after it, I guess. And up first is going to be the 2152, my old climbing saw. So this really ain't the answer, you guys, to be out here in the firewood pile with, but hey, we're going to give it a shot, right? Let's see what we can do. Come on. That ain't good. I'm not doing that. I'm doing that on its own. Oh, well, we're going to try it anyway. Alright, so I took 5, you guys, and I went and sharpened this. I don't know if it's going to do any good, but it really doesn't want to cut through this frozen oak. But we'll try it one more time and we'll get through a tank of fuel with it one way or the other. I mean, it doesn't have one of those big chisel chains on it like the big boy saws do, but it is what it is. It's not a big firewood saw. It's a climbing saw, and it's made for liming and brush, not sticks of wood that big. But I don't know. What do you think, dear? You want to try this thing out?
I think I better have a class or two.
Yeah?
Maybe watch some YouTube videos.
Well,
I learned how to cut hair watching YouTube videos, so
I suppose.
you know, I could probably learn how to run a saw watching YouTube videos.
Well, I don't know about that, but maybe tonight maybe a little later we'll give you a couple classes on that. How's that?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, let me get back and see if this shop saw is going to do any good. If it'll start. I'm glad to see that thing's out of gas finally. That is no fun, you guys. It's kind of like going from a NASCAR to a Ford Escort. It's not made to be out here in the firewood pile, but it's all right. It's been good to me for a lot of years, and I don't plan to ever do any climbing again, but I think it'd make a good saw for Karen here to learn on. That's a good upgrade saw from going from an electric to something like that. So we're gonna put some non-ethanol fuel back in it and probably set it back on the shelf where it belongs. Move on to a bigger saw. All right, so the next saw up is a JONSEREDS 2165. I don't know how long that thing is. Must be a couple feet long, 2-foot bar. I don't use it because I don't like sharpening that much chain. I'd much prefer to be sharpening a 18-inch or a 20-inch because we get a lot of dirty wood. So as you can see, it's still got a pretty new chain on it, and it kind of gets reserved for really, really big logs that we might get. So it doesn't see a whole lot of use, but that's the next saw up. We'll see how this does. Come on, old girl. There's another one dry. Just in time because it was getting pretty dull. I think for the next two saws, I mean, the chains are pretty well worn down on them. There ain't much left of them. So I think we'll put a brand new chain on both of them, not touch them with a file, and we'll bring over another log or something and kind of do a time thing between the 2171 JONSEREDS and then the STIHL 500i and see which one actually cuts faster. I've never really done that, so it's going to be something new for me too. Let's go do that next. All right, you guys, now for the fun part. We're going to do a head-to-head with the 500i and the JONSEREDS 2171. We're going to go down and come back up through, and she's going to time it with her phone, and then we'll swap saws, and then we'll do it with the JONSEREDS. We'll see which one gets the better time. I'm thinking the 500i is probably going to beat out the JONSEREDS, but you never know. I mean, I've got about it's probably a good 16 inches of decent log right here. So, I mean, there is ice and crap on it. So hopefully we don't hit any dirt and that doesn't hinder things. But after we get that done, we'll still go burn a tank in this and another tank in that. But I figured with a brand new chain on each one, now was the time to really try that. So let's get doing that. Who won?
The STIHL.
The STIHL one? What was the times?
I kind of messed up on the first one, but I saw what it was. It was 17 and a little over 17.
Yeah?
And the STIHL was, I just showed it on there, 14.9.
Yeah, and the JONSEREDS, I didn't get a full bite, but I think it was catching the full chain, so I kind of guessed the 500i would whoop it pretty bad, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
2 seconds.
That's a lot. Second per cut.
A little more than
It's a second per cut. It's a big difference in the course of a day. So
now we know.
Yeah, and hey, I mean you got to try stuff to find out. But I knew there was a reason I liked using that 500, and it doesn't make my hands go to sleep. But it's good to know. I've never done the test before, so that was fun. Let's get back to cutting a tank through each one of these. All right, up next is the 2171 JONSEREDS. This has been my go-to saw for years. I bet I've had 6 or 7, well, maybe 4 or 5 of these over the years of having a tree service. I've never had one blow up. I've never had one quit running. I've run over a couple and crushed a couple, but I've never had one quit running. So they really are good saws, you guys. So that's what we're going to do next. Let's get cutting. Okay, guys, there's another tank down. It didn't completely run out, but I guarantee you, I know the sound this thing makes when it's about ready to run out. But yeah, there was a few drops in there, but I know the noise before it's going to run out. So I guess we'll jump over to the 500i and we'll cut some more wood. But that cut a lot of wood for a tank of gas compared to the other ones. All right, so this round we're going to use the 500i, and that should wrap things up, I think, unless I decide to keep cutting today. But one tank left, and we'll have taken care of that request. So let's get this thing up and going. Well, yeah, I guess that's all that's going to cut. Not nearly as much as a Jonsered, I can tell you that. I think the Jonsered cut probably a third more wood, maybe twice as much wood. It's hard to tell with these big rounds, but it's not that much here really from using the 500, but whatever. It's still more wood cut, right? So I think we did it. I think we got a tank of gas through everything.
Well, there. Got some wood cut.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. I mean, there might be 3 cord here. I mean, the old rule of thumb was for every tank of gas you burned in a saw, you got a cord of wood. And there ain't no 4 cord of wood here, I can tell you that, because that little saw didn't cut jack diddly.
This little baby one over here.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, it's apt to fall right out. So, and I mean the 2 big Jonsereds, yeah, those probably cut a cord each. I mean, and we all know the 500, they got a little gas tank, so they cut fast. So I guess maybe that's supposed to make up for it. They cut quicker.
Yeah.
So they don't. Yeah. I can cut more. The 2171 will cut more wood in a tank of gas than that 500 will. Yeah. Every time. I've done that enough, so.
Did your hands go numb?
They did. It didn't.
Figured they would.
Yeah, they were just, they're starting to come out of it now. But even with this one, I mean, because I'd been running those first,
Yeah,
so.
that's what I figured.
This just makes it a little bit, you know, these new saws. But if your hands are already numb when you pick it up, it's not going to do any good. So,
No.
I don't know, but
This is what it is.
well, we did get a dent in that pile. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
We probably got to do this another 4 or 5 times. I'm guessing. I don't know. It'll fill this bunker, but
Yeah.
we might start splitting before then because I'm jonesing to do some splitting again.
Well, you get tired of doing the same thing for too long, so.
You do. I don't want to cut wood every day for a week. That'd be no fun. So, although I think I'd cut the rest of that wood over there in probably a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not on camera, I can probably cut 7 or 8 cord a day. Easy. But the camera part of it makes it
Yeah.
a little bit more. But
So, 4 tanks of gas, Josh, Iron
Yep.
Mayhew. We did it.
Yep.
That was your request.
And 4 dull chains.
And 4 Deltas.
They all need to be sharpened. And they all need gas and oil. So.
Yeah. Well, at least you know all your saws run.
Yeah, I got an hour or two just to put them all back into shape.
Right. We also wanted to give a shout out to Kenny at Open Air Adventure. He just hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, so
Congratulations,
congrats, Kenny.
I'll drink to that.
I would, but I don't
know
have
he
anything.
will too. So
Yeah, good job.
absolutely.
But we're done for today.
Yeah,
Not gonna-
cool.
Yeah,
I get to go home now.
yeah. You can go.
Nice. I'm gonna go home and fill the wood boiler.
Right there we go.
All right, you guys. We appreciate you watching, and
We'll catch you on the next one.
yeah, bye.
Bye.